Hey, welcome back, everybody. Little by little, I think the tide is turning against elephants in the zoo and other great creatures that belong in the savannah in Africa, not sucking in the fumes of Route 95. In Providence, we know in Providence, the 3 elephants there have been great meal tickets for that zoo. They're going to be leaving next year. They're going to an animal sanctuary, an elephant sanctuary in Tennessee. It's too late to help Ramses, the lion up at the Cape Park Zoo in Attleboro. Ramses passed away. It's too late to do anything for Ramses, but the good news there is that they're not getting another lion. That's good. They ought to shut that one down for good. There's a 3rd zoo in our area, the Buttonwood Zoo out in New Bedford, that used to have 2 elephants. These are aging elephants. One passed away. They have 1 left. That's Emily. We've sent the cameras out there just the other day to take a look at Emily. Go ahead and roll that. I want to show people what Emily looks like and where Emily is. Emily is in a typical zoo enclosure at the Buttonwood Park Zoo. It doesn't resemble anything of the savannah. Emily ought to have been roaming hundreds and hundreds of miles. Instead, the best Emily could do for most of its life was to roam that enclosure in the Buttonwood Park Zoo, which is owned by the city. It's a phony-looking enclosure. It's ridiculous. Anyway, there's a movement now to move Emily out of New Bedford and move Emily to an animal sanctuary. Courtney Scott is with a group called Defense of Elephants. Or rather in defense of animals, but she's an elephant expert. She's done films on elephants, and she's followed cases like this. Go ahead, Courtney, make the case why Emily ought to go somewhere else rather than New Bedford.
Well, I think after 58 years confined at the zoo, she deserves to spend the last time of her life, last months, years, whatever she has left, in a sanctuary where she can experience her life for the first time since she was 3 years old and stolen from the wild to live like a real elephant.
She was captured. You said 3 years old, a baby elephant. She was taken, and she's lived most of her life in captivity. She's a senior citizen now. She's in her 60s. She used to have a companion. We know elephants are very social creatures. She had a companion. That companion passed away. What's your concern about Emily being alone? Elephants are social creatures. They don't pace back and forth alone in an enclosure.
Exactly. Well, that's another reason, besides the complete lack of space to live like an elephant. Yep. She would have the opportunity to meet other elephants. This has happened many times in the past where older elephants who may not have had compatible companions or not had any companions go to sanctuary, and they develop friendships and have a normal, healthy elephant life.
So it's still possible that Emily could lead, her life could get better if she gets to the right sanctuary. You're with a group called In Defense of Animals. You did a film on similar situations, other zoo animals, other elephants that need to be moved. Tell me about your experience in this area.
Well, over time, you know, going back a number of years now, 43 zoos have closed their elephant exhibits to date. Mm-hmm. So over that time, we've witnessed elephants moving out of zoo enclosures and into sanctuaries. And the difference in their lives is just remarkable. You know, for the first time, they'll actually be able to forage. Foraging is another major deprivation of life in a zoo because, you know, zoos can't keep vegetation inside an enclosure because they would eat it all, right?
Yep.
Within a matter of days. So that's just a huge deprivation because that's innate. That's by nature that they do that. And so therefore, when you see them in sanctuary for the first time and they go up to a tree or they forage on some grass or dig up some roots, it's a beautiful sight because they're rediscovering their nature and restoring their nature, which never goes away. Right. They always have that innate desire.
All right, let me just present the opposite side of the story. We'd like to be fair and balanced. The zoo will say, in defense of the zoo, we've cared for that animal. There's research going on. It's always the research. And let us keep it. Children won't be able to see an elephant up close if you take it away. Go ahead, you got about 30 seconds. Give me the counter argument.
Okay, let me go. First of all, there's no real education. They're only learning how captive elephants behave, not how real elephants behave. Second of all, that is not really true about it being, yes, they provide care because they have to. Right. They develop all kinds of diseases and conditions because of captivity. They don't have those diseases and conditions in the wild. So, and in sanctuary, they're also provided the same care, and they have the freedom to be an elephant, which is the most important thing.
Listen, if a kid can't see the elephant in the zoo, get him an Oculus, save up your money, go on safari one day in the future.
Right.
Or go to the sanctuary and watch them with binoculars from a distance if you could do that.
Right.
All right, Courtney,
Exactly.
Courtney Scott, you're in Portland, Oregon, dialing in to me. I appreciate your time. And listen, I'm on your side when it comes to this. Thanks.
Thank you, Gene.